As always, here on North 95 Show, we feature individuals who are making tremendous strides in different spheres of life away from their chosen careers. Today, we are in Ajegunle to speak with Lucee Akaedu, an economist turned community developer and a special girls advocate. She has left the world of economy, so to speak, to give back to the society and to the community she has known and lived in.
My name is Ogechi Lucee Akaedu, the project director of FACE of Ajegunle, lead model Lucee brands, and also the project director of King and Queen of the Mainland. A little about myself. I'm a young girl that was born and brought up in Ajegunle. I still live in Ajegunle. And I love music, I love dancing, I like interacting with people, I like meeting people, I like teaching people, I like grooming young girls, and I love makeup too. My educational background, I am an economist by profession. I studied economics in Alvan Ikoku Federal College of Education, and I graduated in 2010. I've had some couple of working experience, and you know how it is to work for someone. It wasn't really my thing, so I had to drop it and venture into what I'm doing right now, and I'm enjoying it. Growing up in Ajegunle has also helped me build myself, because if you can live in Ajegunle, you can live anywhere else in the world. So how it all started for me was when I was still in the university. When I was in year 1 in school, someone walked up to me and the person was like, "Hey, you look cool." I was very slim then, so "You look cool, you can feature for Miss Alban 2007," and I'm like, I never really wanted to do modeling. Acting was my first love. But then it was two or 3 days to the grand finale in school then, and then I picked up the form, joined them, and lo and behold, I was crowned the queen of my campus. I was crowned Miss Alban 2007. So I thought that in 2009, I got a form for Miss Heartland, which is Miss Imo State. And from there, when I came back home for holidays, and I was thinking that, okay, I think I could do something like this in my community. They don't do this around Ajegunle, they don't do this in Ajegunle at all, but we see people do Miss Surulere, Miss this, Miss that, but it has never been done in Ajegunle. So from 2009, I started nursing that idea that I started meeting people, talking to people, but I was in my 3rd year then in school. So going back to school and coming back and all of that, so I had to drop it totally when I rounded up from school, and I just worked in few places. But in 2014, the idea came up again, and I'm like, oh, I think this is the right time to go into this. Before then, I've been doing some ushering jobs and all of that. I started thinking of going into that line again. Okay, build my own. Instead of ushering for people, I can build girls and train girls and then take them out for ushering, plan people's event and all of that. And then the idea of organizing Miss Ajegunle came again. So we started planning, putting things in order. Initially, I just wanted to do a show because all I've seen in school, in Owerri and all of that was just, okay, they gather girls, they train them on catwalk, they train them on some few etiquettes and all of that. So I wanted to let me just do this thing and see how it goes. And then it was really tough in the first year. It was really, really tough. It wasn't easy at all. We managed to pull the first edition. It wasn't really easy. It was so tough that at a point I wanted to give up. I went to my mom and I told her, Mommy, I have to return their registration fee to all the contestants, and I just want to travel. I'm not doing it again. And my mom said, no, what you have started, you would continue. There was no money, there was nobody to help out and all of that. And then you go to the local government, they'll keep telling you, come today, come tomorrow, come today, come tomorrow. It was tiring, it was frustrating. So with the help of my mom's support, she would withdraw her money, her salary, and give to me and tell me, okay, what are the things that are remaining? What and what do you need? And then I'll tell her, I need to print this, I need to do that, I need to do that. And then she will give me some money. With her support and all of that, we were able to manage it till the end. Sheila was there in the first season. He actually anchored the first season. And after the event, he asked for my account number and sent in some money. I've never seen a comedian or an artist that does that. We're supposed to be paying him, but the reverse was the case. So it was so beautiful. And then Signature Initiative was part of it, though they didn't start with us from beginning. They came in some few weeks to the grand finale, but they were able to put in their support and all of that. And then 2015 came by. A lot of people thought, after the whole stress, I wasn't going to think about doing it, but because of the love and passion I have for it, so I went to meet the team leader, Olaima Opara, team leader Signature Initiatives, and then I told him, I'm here again, I want to do FACE of Ajegule. And the first thing he told me was that they're not going to come on board except I make it an institution. And I was confused a bit, like, an institution, do you want us to build a school? Do you want us to build a university? I don't get. Can you shed more light? So he just tip, and I just followed. And then Signature Initiative that manages FACE of Ajegule now had to rebrand the whole structures and systems of what we do with FACE of Ajegule. So they started by changing the logo. They started by creating the faculty system. That's what we call the faculty, where the girls come every weekend for their trainings, because we train them on a whole lot of skills. So it wasn't like the first season where we just had a show. It now became an institution that trains young girls to become better, to become useful in the community. So they learn leadership and attitude trainings. Signature Initiative had to employ the facilitators that handles all of those classes, the weekend classes and all. They learn leadership and attitude. They learn dress ethics and poise, how to dress, how to carry themselves. They learn makeup. They learn Ankara bags and accessories. They learn event decoration. They learn speech and phonetics. They learn grammar. They learn a whole lot. It's not about what you get as a prize, like when you become the crown face. It's about what you learn through the process of becoming better, of becoming a better you outside. So after the whole contest and all, when we finally crown winner, at least everybody gets something, like everybody gets a handwork that can be useful for them. And we've got a whole lot of testimonies. Like in 2015, one of the contestants who contested, they learned Ankara bags and accessories that period. The parents were divorced and the mother traveled back to Bayelsa, the dad went his way and all of that. She was just left with her and her younger siblings. They were about to throw them out of the house, but it was the Ankara bag she learned in FACE of Ajegule that she was making and selling, and then she was able to pay her house rent. And currently the crown FACE of Ajegule 2017 now makes beautiful clothes. She actually made her dinner dress she wore on the grand finale of 2018. She got that training through FACE of Ajegule in 2017 through one of our friends, who is a designer, Signature. So she trained her for 6 months for free. A training that would have cost her about 120,000 naira. She learned that skill for free because she was the crown FACE of Ajegule. And today she makes a whole lot of nice wares, nice clothes, and she makes money for herself and for her family. And then we do a lot of community projects. So we've done Feed a Beggar projects, this year, 2018, we visited the prison as a female prison in 2016. Those are part of the pet projects the girls had to do. We visit the motherless baby home because we want to teach them how to give back to the community, not just learning and making money. How do you now give back to the community too that has trained you, that has built you over the years? So they do a whole lot of pet projects too. They feed the beggars, they clean the environment, they do a whole lot of stuff. Okay, about the negative impression, the negative notion about Ajegule, it has been there from onset. It has been there from time. When we wanted to start FACE of Ajegule, it wasn't easy. At the point, someone was asking me, why do you want to do FACE of Ajegule? Why Ajegule? Are you not tired of that place? Can't you leave that place? And when I was in school, I remember people always asking me where I stay in Lagos, and I'm so quick to tell them Ajegule. And some of my friends that forms will be like, Lucy, you know the form. If they ask you where you stay, don't tell them Ajegule, tell them you stay Surulere and all of that. And I'll be like, I cannot deny where I stay. I was born and brought up in Ajegule. The name Ajegule really affected what we were doing at a time. Like, people didn't really want to attach to the project, or because they believe Ajegule is known for notorious acts and all of that. So what we're doing with FACE of Ajegule is trying to change the narrative, making people believe that great things could come out of Ajegule. We've been doing this for 5 good years, and it's been awesome. It's been tremendous. Like, people are now interested to want to associate with what we are doing. People want to know, oh, how can I be of support? How can I be of help? How can I do this? How can I do that? And what we do is trying to bring out the girls from the streets also. There are a whole lot of stuff happening in Ajegule, but then we're trying to see how we can change their mindset. Sometimes we take them out of the Ajegule community, we camp them somewhere, and then we bring in people to talk to them, to change their mentality, to teach them 1 or 2 things and the like. So I think with the little we're doing, we'll get there someday. The first thing people tell me when they first heard that I left the world of economics to do this is like, why you know, people have the idea of that modeling is somewhat, I don't know how to say it, like prostituting, or I don't know, people have this notion that when you say you're a model, they just see you as a prostitute. So especially my dad. My dad wasn't really in support. He was, every day my dad would tell me, you are in Israel, you are disgracing my family. But today he's the one being like, when you call him to talk to him and ask him about what his daughter is doing, he's so excited to even tell it to the world that, oh yeah, she's doing good and I'm proud of her, because he has seen it over the years that what we're doing is just trying to help these girls out of the streets, to build them up and the likes. Yeah, so it wasn't easy convincing people, but yeah, most times people think they're just selling these girls and all of that. But what we're doing is trying to build a decent pageant. What we do is a decent pageant. They don't wear bikini, they don't expose themselves anyhow, they don't wear nude clothes and all of that. We don't do bikini, we don't do swimsuits, it's just decency. We preach and teach decency. It's a community development project that has over time built and trained a lot of girls, over 5,000 girls since we started. So if you train 1 girl, you're training 10 girls. You train 10 girls, you're training 100 girls. You train 100 girls, you're training 1,000 girls. We're building the community, we're helping the community grow with the skills we're impacting in them. So with time, they are going to be transforming their world in their own little way. Okay, my source of motivation is seeing these girls get better every day. When I wake up in the morning and I don't feel like doing anything, and then the thought of, oh, if you don't do anything or take a step today, there may be one girl out there that is going the wrong way that you need to talk to, that you need to change, that you need to impact in. And then I just get up and say, okay, I have to do this because of the love I have for the community, because of the passion I have for the community. That's why I keep keeping. The major challenges is finance, and finance basically, but right now we've started gaining influence, like people want to come on board, companies, individuals, organizations want to come on board. I think Olaima Opara, the lead person at Signature Initiatives that manages FACE of Ajegule, will always say we should build this product, that we shouldn't sort for any sponsorship, that we should build it to an extent that people and brands will start sorting after us. How we got to this point where people started sorting after us. I remember Olaima Opara of I Am Signature, the lead person at Signature Initiative. He will always tell me, and we don't have to sort after people. Let's build this system to the extent where people and organizations will sort out for us, will start sorting after us. And then over the years, I think we've built it to an extent where people don't just have a choice than to just sort after us. Like, what you people are doing is tremendous, is wonderful. Please, I like to be part of it. I want to partner with you. They've seen all we've been doing over the years. They've seen pictures, they've seen videos, they've seen testimonies, they've seen true life testimonies, and they've seen these girls grow from nothing to something, from worse to becoming better, and from worse to becoming good. So I think that's how we've built it over the years, that is making people and companies want to be a part of us.
What's important about how Lucee goes about what she's doing is the energy and the passion to which she shows love to these girls. She's been putting too much effort improving girls in Ajegule. She has become a new model, a new standard, a new emulation mechanism or measurement for how the Ajegule girls should be.
Would I take another 9-to-5 job? No, it's a big no for me. No. This is not your regular 9-to-5. This is my life. My name is Ogechi Lucee Akaedu, Project Director, FACE of Ajegule, lead model, Lucee Brand.